Okay, let's jump right in. We're doing a deep dive today into a guide written specifically for forever business owners.
Uh-huh.
Our source is the book Sell Forever, Grow Forever, Transform Your Life by Sharing Wellness and Purpose by Jean-Louis Dossou.
That's right. And this book, it isn't just, a general sales manual. It's really tailored for the FBO journey.
Okay.
It promises concrete tools, real-world examples, and proven strategies designed to help you build a thriving business. But crucially, doing it in a way that aligns with your own values.
And the author's background is pretty interesting. Jean-Louis Dossou brings experience from education, health, and network marketing. You can really see how that blend, shapes the advice.
Yeah, it feels practical, doesn't it? You're
Mhm.
rooted in well-being, and it clearly understands the unique dynamics of building a team in this kind of business. He
Exactly.
sort of sets it up as a roadmap, useful whether you're just starting out as an FBO or, maybe you're already a seasoned leader.
Right.
The book aims to give you both the fundamental principles and those more advanced techniques you'll need.
He hits on the core forever principles early, doesn't he? That emphasis on natural, high-quality products,
hmm
the flexible business model, and that really foundational idea of building genuine, authentic relationships.
Precisely. Those are presented as the absolute bedrock. So this deep dive, we're going to explore the key areas the book covers, just giving you a sense of how comprehensive it is.
And how it promises to guide you not just in growing the business, but maybe transforming things on a personal level too.
Exactly, transforming your life along the way.
So where does this roadmap begin? Like any good journey, I guess, it starts with the foundation. That's part one, understanding the basics of selling.
Yeah, and he makes a really strong point here. Mastering the basics isn't just like a suggestion, it's foundational.
Yeah.
He calls it the very heart of an FBO's activity. Think about sales build trust, they create momentum. If you don't have that solid base, everything else is just harder.
And the first piece of that base, chapter one, is about the mindset of a successful seller. I love that he starts here because selling really does start with you, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. If your head isn't in the right place, no technique matters. The core message is the necessity of unwavering belief.
Belief in yourself.
Belief in yourself, sure, but just as important, belief in the forever products themselves. He frames this as your stable foundation. If you're not genuinely convinced, how can you convince anyone
That
else?
makes sense. And he tackles challenges head on, which is refreshing. Accepting rejection isn't failure, it's just a step.
Right, a step on the path. He talks about reframing obstacles as opportunities, adopting a positive perspective.
And he gives that tool the FEAR acronym.
Yeah. False evidence appearing real. It's a neat way to label those internal doubts, recognize they aren't necessarily reality, which is powerful when you face a no.
Definitely. And for building confidence, he offers practical tips, like focusing on active listening, not just talking at people.
Practicing sharing rather than selling.
Right. Developing that product expertise so you feel comfortable. And starting small. Simple goals.
Those early wins are crucial for belief, absolutely.
Yep.
Starting small builds momentum.
Okay.
Then chapter 2 shifts gears a bit into the power of storytelling. This is where you connect, on a human level,
He argues stories are way more powerful than just facts and features.
infinitely more powerful. Stories create an emotional connection. They're memorable. They paint a picture.
They stick with people.
Yeah. He provides a simple 3-step method for building your stories. The introduction, which sets up the problem.
Okay.
Then the action, introducing the solution, usually a forever product.
Uh-huh.
And finally, the result, focusing on the benefits the person experiences.
And he gives examples, right? Like the cousin using aloe vera gel for digestion.
Exactly, or the friend using ARGI Plus for fatigue. Those resonate because they're about real-life outcomes.
They really do.
And he emphasizes storytelling isn't just for products. It's vital for sharing the forever opportunity itself. Your journey, someone else's transformation. That's powerful.
Makes perfect sense. You're sharing potential. Which leads nicely into chapter 3, knowing your products inside out. You need to know what you're actually talking about.
Absolutely. Deep product knowledge builds instant credibility. It lets you answer questions confidently, personalize recommendations.
Because you know which product fits which need.
Exactly. And address concerns quickly.
So how do you get that expertise, the book suggests?
Well, studying the product sheets, obviously. Using the products yourself, can't stress that enough.
For sure.
Attending forever trainings, staying updated on new things.
Then turning that knowledge into a pitch.
Yeah, he structures it. Present the product, Highlight the benefits relevant to that client, add social proof like a testimonial or your story, and end with an engaging question to keep the conversation going.
He also covers handling objections with that knowledge, like the classic, it's too expensive.
Right. The book suggests reframing it as an investment in health, or maybe pointing out how it replaces other products, showing the overall value.
Shifting focus from price to benefit.
Exactly, which requires really understanding the product's unique value.
So part one gives that crucial foundation. Then part two moves beyond the transaction to building strong relationships.
Yeah.
This feels very central to the Forever model.
It really is. The book emphasizes success isn't just sales, it's built on relationships. Strong relationships lead to loyal clients, repeat business, referrals, team building. It's everything.
Chapter 4 digs into understanding client needs. And the key seems to be listening.
Being an excellent listener, not just a good speaker, that's critical.
How do you do that effectively?
He highlights asking the right kinds of questions. Open-ended ones to get them talking, guided questions, clarifying questions to be sure you understand, confirming questions to summarize, and rephrasing what they say simple but powerful to show you're really hearing them.
He also distinguishes between explicit needs, what they say they want, and implicit needs, the underlying motivation.
Yes, like I want to lose weight is explicit, but why? Maybe it's feel more confident or have more energy for my kids. Digging for that implicit need helps you offer solutions that truly resonate.
Understanding those motivations, health, appearance, performance, confidence, lets you tailor things better.
Far more effectively, yeah.
Then chapter 5 is about building trust and engagement, authenticity, transparency. These seem non-negotiable.
Absolutely cornerstones. He offers practical ways. Keep your promises, show empathy, be transparent, even saying, I don't know, but I'll find out.
That builds trust too.
It does, and personalizing interactions. He even suggests keeping a simple client file to remember details. It's a small thing, makes a big difference.
And keeping them engaged long-term.
Inviting participation, asking for feedback, offering exclusive deals, organizing client events online or in person builds community.
What about difficult clients?
Stay calm, be patient, use active listening, focus on finding a solution, not getting defensive.
Which flows into chapter 6, personalization and loyalty. Why is making it personal so key today?
Because it makes clients feel valued in a really crowded marketplace. When you show you understand their situation, it strengthens the bond, makes them loyal, makes them want to recommend you.
So offering tailored solutions, adapting the pitch to their specific benefits, maybe limiting options so it's not overwhelming.
Exactly. And a key focus is turning satisfied clients into ambassadors.
How?
Proactively ask for testimonials, have a system to reward referrals, and recognize when someone is already naturally sharing, maybe they're ready to explore the FBO model themselves.
And advanced techniques.
Things like surprising clients with small gestures, regular personalized follow-ups, positioning yourself as their go-to expert by sharing general wellness tips, not just product info. Become a resource.
That kind of relationship sounds incredibly powerful for long-term growth.
It really is sustainable growth.
Okay, part 3 of the book gets into advanced sales techniques, honing skills to maximize opportunities.
Right, building on that foundation of relationships and basics. Chapter 7 is on persuasion strategies.
He defines persuasion, clearly convincing someone to act, but not manipulation. There's an ethical line.
A crucial distinction. He highlights balancing emotion and logic. Use stories and benefits to captivate emotionally, but back it up with features, data, studies for logical reassurance.
And he gives a structure for that.
A simple 4-step structure. Grab attention, create a need, propose the solution, forever product or opportunity, and give a clear call to action.
What about advanced techniques?
Leveraging social proof testimonials are gold. The scarcity principle limited offers. Incremental commitment suggesting a small first step. And reciprocity offering something first, like a sample.
Chapter 8 focuses on that critical moment, effective closing techniques. What does closing really mean here?
It's that phase where an interested prospect commits, becomes a client. It's vital because mishandling it can undo all your good work.
So knowing when to close is key. How do you spot the signs?
Look for signals. Specific questions about price or how to start, positive body language, signs objections are resolved. He also suggests using test questions like, does this sound like it could help, to gauge readiness gently.
Smart. And the specific techniques?
Several. The direct close, ready to get started. The alternative close, prefer product A or the bundle. The conditional close, offering a trial or guarantee. The scarcity close, limited offer. And the step-by-step close, breaking down the process.
And overcoming those last-minute objections.
Listen carefully, reframe the objection to show understanding, then provide a clear, reassuring solution.
He gives examples for, I need to think about it, or it's too expensive again.
Yeah, structured ways to respond that validate their feelings but still guide them. It's about having thoughtful responses ready.
Based on your knowledge and understanding.
Exactly.
And the work isn't over after the sale. Chapter 9, Client Follow-up, the key to retention. Seems non-negotiable.
Absolutely essential. Follow-up after the sale ensures satisfaction, builds loyalty, turns one sale into repeat business and referrals.
The basics are being proactive, consistent contact, maybe a week or month after purchase.
And always personalizing messages based on what they bought and their needs.
What are the steps for effective follow-up?
First, verify satisfaction. Second, offer value tips for using the product. Third, identify future needs. Maybe they're ready for something else. Fourth, create loyalty opportunities, deals, rewards programs.
And turning follow-up into loyalty.
Actively request feedback. Encourage referrals, maybe with incentives. Invite clients into your community groups, events.
He mentions tools to help manage this.
Yeah, simple CRM systems, using your calendar effectively, having message templates ready to streamline it.
Okay, part 4 shifts gears slightly but connects directly. Building your network. The book frames the network as your greatest asset, covering sales and recruitment.
Right. This part really emphasizes that network marketing is truly about networking, building authentic, mutually valuable relationships. Chapter 10 is the art of forever networking.
Key principles are authenticity, providing value first, listening actively.
Exactly, like starting conversations, asking about them, or sharing a useful resource before mentioning your business.
Where does he suggest networking?
Local events, trade shows, online meetups, social media groups, your personal circles. And he stresses preparing a concise pitch and consistent follow-up.
Chapter 11 is all about leveraging digital tools. Undeniable reach and interaction potential there.
Huge! He covers creating an effective online presence, optimizing profiles, good photo, compelling bio, links, sharing engaging content consistently, testimonials, tips, demos, events.
And engaging with the audience, not just broadcasting.
Absolutely. Responding to comments, asking questions, using polls.
Which platforms does he highlight?
Facebook for community, Instagram for visuals, LinkedIn for professionals, WhatsApp for personalized follow-up. Tailoring the approach.
He touches on online ads too.
Briefly, for targeted reach and the importance of tracking metrics, interactions, conversions to see what's working.
Chapter 12 is crucial for team builders. Training and inspiring a team. Investing in your team creates that multiplier effect.
Right, strengthens loyalty, promotes duplication. He outlines practical steps. Identify individual strengths and needs, create structured training, basics to advanced, foster continuous learning,
And daily motivation.
setting clear team goals, recognizing achievements publicly and with rewards, fostering team spirit.
The concept of duplication sounds key.
It is teaching simple, reproducible skills, empowering autonomy, and crucially, leading by example. Your actions speak loudest.
And inspiring the team.
Sharing your vision, staying positive and encouraging, leading by doing, showing what's possible.
Chapter 13 brings it together with forever events and presentations. Powerful tools, online or in person. Why so essential?
Events create emotional impact, build credibility by gathering people, multiply opportunities for sales and recruiting efficiently.
How do you organize successful ones?
Choose the right format, online versus in-person pros cons. Prepare a clear agenda, create an engaging experience, interactive demos, live testimonials, quizzes.
And maximizing impact.
Prepare a compelling script tailored to the audience, use visual aids, practice your delivery.
And just like sales, the follow-up after is vital.
Absolutely. Thank yous. Sharing resources, offering one-on-ones, scheduling next steps. Turn that group energy into individual action.
Wow, okay. We've covered mindset, skills, relationships, advanced techniques, networking, leadership, events. Part 5 is the final piece, managing and sustaining success, keeping the momentum going.
Exactly. This final part is key because building is one thing. Sustaining requires focus. It's about motivation, navigating challenges, finding balance to avoid burnout.
Why is managing success, not just achieving it, so important?
Ensures sustainability, keeps motivation strong through ups and downs, helps create a life that's successful and balanced. The book frames this around goals, challenges, and work-life balance.
Chapter 14 focuses on setting and achieving clear goals. Goals as your compass.
Right, giving direction, maintaining motivation. He provides the SMART method framework: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound.
He gives that example. Reach out to 20 new prospects and close 5 sales within 30 days. Hits all the points.
It does. He stresses setting both short-term goals, weekly targets, and long-term ones, team size, and balancing goals across sales, recruitment, personal development.
And achieving them requires an action plan.
Breaking big goals into smaller, manageable daily or weekly steps. Prioritizing tasks. It turns aspiration into an actionable to-do list.
So zooming out, this book, Sell Forever, Grow Forever, really does sound like a comprehensive roadmap. Inner game, skills, connections, leveraging tech, leadership, managing it all.
It truly is presented as a complete system for the FBO journey. It moves logically from you and your products to building relationships and sales, expanding reach, developing leadership, and then establishing habits for long-term success and fulfillment.
And it sounds packed with practical tools, not just theory. Exercises, templates, scripts, planning worksheets.
Yes, it aims to be immediately applicable. Translate concepts into real-world actions. The transform your life part seems tied to achieving not just business success, but also personal fulfillment and that sustainable balance.
What stands out to you, the listener, in all this? This deep dive has really only scratched the surface of the detailed guidance in Sell Forever, Grow Forever.
It definitely highlights the breadth of advice. It suggests the author has really thought through the common FBO challenges and provides a structured way forward. It seems like the kind of detailed support that can make a real difference if you're looking for a clear strategy.
Absolutely. A holistic approach to building that thriving forever business and, like the title says, living a more fulfilling, balanced life through it.
And the core message tying it all together from the author. Success begins with a clear vision and is built through consistent actions aligned with our values. That's powerful.
So for you listening right now, take a moment. Think about that vision you have. Based on everything we've touched on from this book's framework mindset, a technique, goal planning, which single action will you commit to taking today? Just one thing to move you one step closer. That's often the catalyst for real transformation.